Good evening and welcome inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we prepare for Game 2 in a three-game series between your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the visiting Long Island Ducks. An exciting Game 1 last night. Final score 5-3 in favor of Long Island. The Blue Crabs grabbed an early lead. They held on to it throughout most of the night. But then an eighth-inning rally from Long Island brought them back into the game. 3 runs in the inning gave Long Island their first lead of the day. They added an insurance run in the ninth and ended up with a 5-3 victory. Blue Crabs will look to bounce back tonight behind the right-handed arm of Paul Clemens. Starting lineup for tonight's game for Long Island first. Second base, Jordani Valdespin leads off. The shortstop, Emilio Bonifacio, bats second. The right fielder, Travis Snyder, bats third. The cleanup hitter is left fielder Lou Ford. First baseman, Taylor Ard, bats fifth. The designated hitter, David Washington, sixth. Ramon Cabrera will catch and bats seventh. Daniel Fields bats eighth. And Cody Puckett, the third baseman, rounds out the lineup. The starting pitcher tonight for Long Island is Matt Larkins. On the other side for Southern Maryland, left fielder Ryan Strasburger leads things off. The shortstop, Edwin Garcia, bats second. Devin Rodriguez, the first baseman, bats third. The designated hitter, John Griffin, will serve as the cleanup hitter. Third baseman, Frank Martinez, bats fifth. Right fielder, Angelo Sonko, sixth. Corey Vaughn, the center fielder, seventh. Austin Green, the catcher, eighth. And Angelis Nina rounds things out with Clemens on the mound. We'll take a quick break for the national anthem, and when we return, it's time for Game 2 on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. We're back inside Regency Furniture Stadium. Paul Clemens has taken the mound for his final warm-up tosses before today's game. Clemens enters this game 1-6 with a 6.42 ERA on the season. That comes for Southern Maryland in a split between the starting rotation, and he began as a reliever. In total on the year, 13 appearances. 10 of those have come in starts. He started very strong in both the bullpen and the rotation for Southern Maryland this year, as through his first 6 outings, he has allowed just 7 total runs. His ERA sat at a 2.36, and he was 1-1. Since then, he's allowed, in his last 6 outings, 6 runs, followed by 5, 7, 5, 7, and 6. He's seen his ERA climb from that original 2.36 on June 13th to July 23rd. He rose it to a 6.42 with a 6-run loss to the Somerset Patriots. So Clemens has an uphill battle in front of him to get that ERA to drop back down to a level that's relatively acceptable for a starting pitcher. You like to see something in the 3s. You'll accept low 4s. But we've talked and noted the issues that the Blue Crabs have had in their starting rotation, as well as now their bullpen. The hitting has been there most of the time. The bullpen has come around as of late, posting a 2.97 ERA on the month of July, as well as a 6-4 record. It's been the starting pitching that has let the Blue Crabs down this month. You mentioned the bullpen, 6-4 on the month of July. In comparison, the Blue Crabs are just 7-12, so the starters with just 1 win on this month. So Clemens will look to turn that around today, but he's got a tough task in front of him, a major league stacked lineup for the Long Island Ducks. As second baseman, Jordani Valdespin, the league leading hitter, will dig into the box. His .360 average takes the first pitch. A ball misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. The umpiring crew for tonight's game, Steve Zawiski is behind the plate. At first base is Mike Williams. And at third base, the crew chief, Silvio Martinez. Valdespin with a hammered fastball down the right field line, but well out in front of that one, pulls it foul, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Paul Clemens stands 6'3", 215 pounds, out of Columbia, South Carolina. The 30-year-old is in his first season in the Atlantic League. Valdespin squares to bunt. He pulls it down the first baseline. Rodriguez picks it up, flips it to Clemens, covering in time to get Valdespin by half a step. And the bunt attempt is snuffed out. A beautiful 3-1 putout. Clemens was hustling off the mound all the way. Rodriguez put it right where he needed to. And Clemens gets care of it here. And Valdespin is incredibly upset about the call. The manager, Kevin Baez, has come all the way across the field. He's the third base coach. The first base coach is out of the way now. Can't quite see who it is. It looks to be one of the players serving as the first base coach for Long Island here. So Baez will take the argument and send Valdespin back to the dugout, and he'll take it himself. It looks like Baez got his point across, but no change in the call. The first base coach is, in fact, a player. It's Anthony Vega serving over there today. So Valdespin is retired on the 3-1 putout. He may disagree with it, but he's out number 1 in the game nonetheless, and the start Clemens was looking for. So after some theatrics early, Emilio Bonifacio will dig in. Bonifacio, a key contributor in last night's game. 2 for 4, a pair of RBIs, and a run scored on the night. Digs into the left-handed batter's box. He squares to bunt as well, but pulls back, and a called strike will bring the count to 0-1. Bonifacio, a big part in that 8th inning 3-run rally that put the Ducks ahead for good in the game. A 2 RBI triple brought home Daniel Fields and Anthony Vega as he pulls one down the first base line here. That's by Rodriguez and into the right field corner. Angelo Sonko giving chase. The throw comes into the cutoff man, and Bonifacio is in standing with a 1-out double. So after the 2 RBI triple last night and scoring the go-ahead run in the game on a sacrifice fly, Bonifacio will look to score the opening run in today's game as he's in scoring position for Travis Snider. Snider digs into the left-handed batter's box after an 0-for-1 game last night. He walked twice in a sacrifice fly, so he did have 4 at-bats, but just 1 was official. Snider, 8 years of professional baseball experience. A very highly touted prospect after being drafted in the first round, 14th overall, by the Toronto Blue Jays. Snider worked his way up to the Blue Jays, making his professional debut at the age of 20, or his MLB debut, at the age of 20, appearing in 40 games that season. Pitch misses low here, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Snider. Snider played for the Blue Jays after being their number 1 rated prospect and the number 5 in all of baseball in 2009 after his MLB debut. He made 77 appearances the following year, played for the Blue Jays until mid-2012, where he was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Clemens comes set for the 2-0, kicks and delivers. This one misses low and inside, and the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. You can afford a walk to Snider with the fact that first base is open. Snider was traded in 2012 for relief pitcher Brad Lincoln to the Pirates. He played the rest of that season with the Pirates as he draws a walk here. 2013, he was with Pittsburgh as well as 2014. Began the 2015 season before he was traded to the Baltimore Orioles for Stephen Tarpley. Snider will head down to first. Bonifacio still in scoring position at second, with now the left fielder Lou Ford digging in. Ford with a solo home run in last night's game. Another former big leaguer. The Ducks have 4 of those at the top of their lineup, as Clemens pumps across a fastball for a called strike, 0-1. Ford played in 2003 through 2007 for the Minnesota Twins. And then in 2012, after a 5-year gap, he played in 25 more MLB games for the Baltimore Orioles. In total, a .268 hitter, 35 home runs, and 176 RBIs. A called strike here will bring the count to 0-2. Ford's best MLB season came in 2004. He hit .299 with 15 home runs, 72 RBIs, and finished 24th in the MVP voting on the American League. Chopper down the third baseline. That'll get foul, but it'll do enough for Ford to stay alive in the at-bat. Ford has been with the Ducks since the 2014 season. He made his Ducks debut in 2013, but just 17 games, as it was just to finish out the year, and has been a mainstay in their lineup since. He serves as the team's hitting coach as well. He's 41 years old. He'll be 42 here very briefly. His birthday's coming up on the 12th of August. A dribbler down the first baseline. Austin Green will pick it up there and flip to first. And Ford is retired for out number 2. But he does move both runners up. So now Bonifacio at third, Snider at second, and Taylor Ard, the first baseman, digging in with an RBI opportunity in front of him. He was 1 for 4 last night, scored a run in that game. Ard is the first batter in the Ducks lineup that doesn't feature big league experience. In fact, he topped out at just the AA level. He was a 7th-round pick of the Seattle Mariners out of Washington State. Played for the Mariners for just 2 seasons, 2012 and 2013, before joining the Arizona Diamondbacks for 1 year. He then finished that 2014 season in the Frontier League. Chopper up the middle. Garcia will field behind the second base bag. Fire across his body to first, and that will retire the side. So Clemens gets in a little bit of trouble, but is able to work out of it. No runs on one hit, no errors, 2 left on base in the inning. And a scoreless top of the first will send the game to the second, or to the bottom of the first, with Ryan Strasburger leading off on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Sam Runyon, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Fans, join the Blue Crabs on Saturday night, August 18th, as we celebrate Southern Maryland's rich spiritual and religious community with Faith and Family Night. All night long, we will feature performances, prayer, and presentation from area religious and spiritual leaders, as well as post-game fireworks spectacular. Your minister, band, choir, or congregation can even participate. To be part of the festivities or to purchase tickets, please contact Group Sales at 301-638-9788 or visit somdbluecrabs.com.
Ladies, this is Corey Vaughn. Be sure to join us at the ballpark every Wednesday night for Wind Up Wednesday presented by Cove Point Winery. On select Wednesday nights throughout the year, ladies get in for just $5. You can also enjoy free wine samples from Cove Point, as well as free services from Therapeutic Massage and Wellness. For more information and the available dates, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.